Hello everybody, it's time for another Theme Fortress, and remember, if you want to do a submission of your own, you'll just have to join my Discord. There's a link in the description, and then from there you'll go to the section or channel or whatever that's called Themed Fortress, and then post a screenshot of your submission there. Remember to follow the rules. The rules should be in pins there. There should also be some rules in the general rule section, so it should be fairly easy. Our first submission here is supposed to be M. Bison from Street Fighter, and I kinda got a hint there because, like, even if I had seen it, I would have been like, okay, I know the team captain is from Street Fighter, and I know that guy have a cloak, so I would have searched up his name. But the person submitting it were like, hey, Archimo, you do know Street Fighter, right? And then I was like, well, then it's obvious, right? So I still had to find the name because I'm not a guy that plays Street Fighter. I don't know much about Street Fighter. However, this is probably as accurate as you can get to M. Bison in TF2 at least. And therefore I kinda have to give it 10 points. I mean, yes, you could have unusual effects, but that only kinda deducts 1 point. I mean, you could put a hot effect on the whip, maybe burning flames on the team captain just for TF2 memes, I don't know. But even then, it only deducts 1 point, and I can always give it that bonus because it still kinda deserves it for being as accurate as possible, right? And seeing as I don't see any other way of improving this, I have to give it 10 points. My guess for this one theme is that it's supposed to be like a young delinquent, maybe a gang member. He's mad at society, so he have a bat and he's probably running around trying to destroy some property, just, you know, ruining somebody else's day. I sadly can only give this one 8 points. Like, the thing is, it either needs to have an unusual effect that kind of fits in with the theme, right? Or it needs to have the pain, and then I would be able to award it the bonus point because, you know, I wouldn't be able to see any improvement. Seeing as, like, it just lacks that little something that would even allow me to consider giving it a bonus point. So it's gonna be stuck at 8 points. It's still a nice loadout, but it just kinda, like, if you look at the jacket, it's red. The bandana is black and white, and then the cap is kind of brownish, and then with orange, right? So it kind of lacks some sort of color matching, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. And that is why it takes down in points. I'm just gonna take like a wild guess and say that this is supposed to be JoJo for the theme. And it gets 10, because it actually have that whole improvement of adding a Starskin minigun, right? And we have the Starstorm Samba on it. So it's like, it really gets that thing of you know, improving it, and it just gets 10 points straight up without, like, it doesn't even need a bonus point because it's so well made. So I'm definitely giving it that. My guess for the theme of this one is that it's supposed to be somebody who likes a sort of winter sport. It could be skiing, it could be snowboarding. It's most likely snowboard. I could see a snowboard fit very well on this loadout. Now, the only thing I would like to see is, with this loadout specifically, I know that it's unreasonable to ask of in-game, but I would like to have seen this loadout pasted into loadout.tf and then just added a Blizzard Storm, maybe Frostbite, maybe both. And then I would definitely give it 10 points. Seeing as that is not the case, I'll give it 9. I mean, paint haven't been used, so I shouldn't really give it the paint bonus, but I mean, the thing's kind of color matched by default, and I don't know how well the jacket can be painted, so kinda giving it that point-ish kind of thing. So, not really sure, but I would love to have seen this with Blizzard Dome or Frostbite, so giving it 9 points. My guess for this one theme is that it's either like a gentleman, rich man, businessman kind of deal, or undercover person, because, you know, you have that pyro mask and tries with like a fake beard on him and the monocle, right? However, the exact same that I said on the previous one goes for this one, that sure, there's color match even though there's no paint used. However, I know that the hotcase can be painted, and that would probably look better, but I'm still like, there's color match, technically speaking. It's one of those gray areas where I feel like I have to give it the point because it color matches, even though they haven't been used paint or skins. Now, it could be the bonus point as well. Like, just if somebody doesn't like this, hey, this could easily be the bonus point, right? I'm trying to give this as a fair chance as possible. However, I feel like it needs some sort of unusual effect. Like, it could easily be, I don't know, skill gun gains for the taunt, maybe dead presidents for, you know, going around the head, and of course paste it into loadout.tf, so it's not unreasonable to ask. I don't know. 9 points. My guess for this one theme is that it's either like a very high business person, it could be a mafia boss. The big earner would kind of hint towards that because, you know, earns big by probably backstabbing someone, I don't know. aside from that, there's a lot of good color matching there. There's also like the effect. This could easily also be like a inventor, you know, successful inventor. He have the cool-headedness kind of thing. That's the frostbite would kind of direct. And then we have the white color matching that matches with the unusual effect as well. So I think this one definitely deserves 10 points. Definitely a very nice looking loadout, so I'll give it that. My guess for this one theme is like a pretty old school pilot, and very nice and simple theme. It would greatly benefit from some paint or an unusual effect though, so I can only give it 8 points, especially because like it doesn't really have any color matching either, aside from, you know, maybe the skins going with, but even then the color matching of the skins isn't going that well. Like it kind of feels like it's lagging some color matching. I'm not even sure if the Sky High Fly guy is paintable though, so would kind of rely on that. But still giving it a nice 8 points though. So how this passed through my admins is a deep question to me, because it looks like a Frankenstein loadout. And like I don't know where to start with this. I don't know what it is. It's getting 11 troll points because apparently this is a real thing, because it made it through the admins. I have no clue. It makes no sense to me, and that is the perfect troll, because I'm trolled here. There's probably also gonna be some comments telling me how wrong I am and how this is actually something real. So I got wrecked. Got wrecked by this loadout. Great. So I've been staring at this for quite a while. I kind of want to give it a troll theme just because I don't actually know what theme it is, and I don't have anything that I can just feel comfortable plastering over it. It seems familiar. That is the thing that really annoys me. And there's probably gonna be some comments telling me exactly who this is and how could you not see it. But let's go aside from that and pretend that I actually know the theme of this one, and give it 9 points for being very accurate, very good looking. There's a lot of color matching going on. It would be nice to see some sort of unusual effect put in there. But in case this is as accurate as it can be, and I'm just an idiot, then it's 10 points. In case that it is right that an unusual effect could make this better, then it's 10 points. And please do leave your angry comments of what this actually is in the comments below, so I can see how wrong I am. Thank you very much. Okay, so this one, I don't really see paint doing it any favor, and it doesn't seem to have been painted. So I kind of give it the bonus point because I really like this loadout, like the whole vibe I'm getting off of it. Like I'm getting kind of a Erasmus vibe off of it, that is. And it kind of have like a rockstar kind of theme with like the special effects smoke, but it could as easily be like a musical spellcast or musical magician. I don't know. Is that the right word for it? Any case, under that theme I'll definitely give it 10 points, and I really like how the whole thing goes forward. It's like the idea of that is that he plays music and that's the way he casts spells, right? And with the pose of the taunt, it kind of looks like the down under duster goes like the coat thing that goes down to like the knee area goes the whole way around instead of like just on one side. And that kind of adds to that whole spellcaster kind of thing that kind of want to pin on this one. And I really like that, because usually I don't like the down under duster, but when it's posed like this it looks so good. So definitely giving it 10 points. My guess for this one theme is that it's somebody who's cosplaying as some sort of balloonicorn or something. I don't know. Any case, I feel like it could use a flame-like unusual effect, but then it would have to be pasted in, you know, on loadout.tf. Maybe a skin gun, like a balloonicorn skin, or like, what is it, dream-piped shotgun would look very good on this one. So I definitely see some improvements being made, so I can't give it the bonus point, but I'm still giving it 9 points because everything else seems to be in order. So it's definitely still an okay looking loadout for sure. So earlier we had a troll loadout in the episode, and this is pretty much exactly the same moment I'm at, because it doesn't make much sense with, like, we have the typical TF2 stack of hats where it's like that only fits with TF2, but then we have like an assassin attire, and then we have a bandana, which especially with the style it have right now doesn't really make sense with the assassin attire, and then we have the you know, assassin knife as well. It just seems like nothing really makes sense here. And even though nothing is painted, and I should technically give this 10 points, same with like the pyro one we had earlier in the episode, then I'm giving it 11 just to for one, giving the bonus point, and for two, kind of pointing out that 11 is the top score for the troll submission, seeing as we haven't actually had that many troll submissions since the rules have gotten tightened a lot recently, and I've just decided to label personal loadouts as like personal loadouts instead of troll loadouts. So that is more like why, if you're wondering why these two are getting 11 points instead of maybe 9, 10, you know, that direction. But yeah, I feel trolled. I really feel trolled by these. So the only reason why I'm not just scrapping this, because, you know, in the future I'll probably scrap it, but it's because this one makes a very good example. For once, I am saving loadouts. You don't need to resubmit your loadouts. Like, this is obviously a resubmission. One of them is very old though, and one of them is recent. Now, the thing is, several things here proves that this is a personal loadout. One of them is that, oh, the unusual effect changed, but there's no change to the theme. So it's like, the unusual effect does not have an impact on the theme. It's just a personal unusual effect because you like it. And another thing is the max served head. Unless you're making a bunny kinda, I don't know, theme, then it doesn't fit in at all. Now, the thing is, there's not even a jacket, so it's not even trying to go for points, so I'm giving it 0 because personal loadouts gets 0 points, especially when they're obvious. Like, if they aren't obvious, I'm usually like, okay, this is probably a personal loadout, but in case it isn't, then I'll, you know, give it this point, and then I'll give it the points. But this one is so obviously a personal loadout, and if you make personal loadouts, they're likely gonna be scrapped. Like, that is just a thing. And you shouldn't resubmit. I think that is the things you can take away from this. Also, that, you know, they are, if you have made a submission, it's very likely that it's in the folder. If you have made one on Loadout the TF though, and it haven't been featured yet, you may need to do a resubmission so that like the text is on following the new guidelines, because I'd love to feature some of the loadouts in my folder, but I'm kinda putting them aside because they don't follow the new guidelines. So I'm definitely giving this one 10 points. Like, for the theme, I'd say that it's some sort of deep space bounty hunter, maybe hunter. There's that guy from like Star Wars who have like a similar hat, where it really gives me those vibes, but I'm not really sure that it's supposed to be that. Maybe. Any case, it even have like a gun that skin to like go with the whole like Star Hunter thing. I don't know. It definitely giving 10 points, as I said, because this one is just so amazing and definitely deserves it. My guess for this one theme is that it's either some sort of heavy metal fan or hooligan. Nuts and bolts would look good on this one, maybe some paint, and then not having the hands in like holding a shotgun position would really do this loadout well. But hey, just by judging the cosmetics used, I think we are giving it 8 points still. So my guess for this one theme is that it's supposed to be like some sort of circus ringmaster, like he's just earning the cash. He even have a gun made of cash with an unusual effect of isotope made of cash, probably. In any case, it have a very green and money heavy theme, and I really like it, and I definitely think this one deserves 10 points for sure. And for found loadout, this actually reminds us some earlier ones we had as well, where, you know, using some of the newer cosmetics where it kind of lacked paint, and I'm still letting it slide because it have a natural like sept thing color match. But I think the theme of this one is that it's supposed to be like some sort of ghost with a style, and as with the other thing, it kind of could use an unusual effect. Here it could be like one of the ghost unusual effects would look good, maybe haunted ghost, maybe phantasms junior, or you know, one of those. But regardless, I think that'll do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you again next time.